All right, I'm lying here in bed, and I just keep having this thought. Are cigarettes back?
Okay, I don't know exactly how to articulate this as clearly as I want to, but if you are under the age of 40, if you're Gen Z, if you're millennial, if you're Gen Alpha, and you smoke a cigarette constantly, regularly, habitually, like, I judge the hell out of you. And not because you have a nicotine addiction, like whatever so many people do. The reason that I judge you for smoking cigarettes if you're under the age of 40 is because it's so performative. You are so corny. It's so corny.
What is happening with cigarettes? I've noticed way more people smoking now than I did before, especially in the last 4 or 5 years. I've noticed a huge pickup in terms of the amount of smokers that I see, especially if I go to restaurants or anything else like that. You'll see smokers on the outside. It feels like I'm back in the 2000s again, except it's not Gen X that are smoking, it's Gen Z. What's happening with young people now? Why are they picking up smoking? It's the weirdest thing ever, because Gen Z, they are not drinking as much as other generations, but they're smoking more than millennials. What is going on? Let's discuss in today's video.
All right, I'm lying here in bed, and I just keep having this thought. Are cigarettes back? Did they leave? Where'd they go? Are they back? What's happening with cigarettes? If somebody could just let me know.
Yeah, because for a while we saw a lot of people vaping, especially younger millennials, even just an average used to be smoker would be picking up a habit like vaping. But now I've noticed a substantial pickup in cigarettes. It's the most bizarre thing, and I don't know why they're picking up this habit, and I have my own theories about that, but I'm going to get to that a little bit later with other clips on this particular matter. But it's definitely shocking and alarming.
Okay, so tonight I went to go see my friend play a show. Before the show, I'm drinking a beer, I'm chatting with some people I know. Lots of different groups of people are smoking cigarettes. Because I'm drinking a beer and I'm surrounded by cigarette smoke, I'm like, I gotta get a cigarette. I gotta go bum one. So I'm looking around, who's smoking, who would be a good option. And I see a group of 5 or 6, the siren. Okay, 5 or 6 21, 22-year-olds, all smoking. Literally every single one of them. They all have ugly haircuts, smoking cigarettes. Great. I go over, I'm like, hi you guys, sorry to bug you, I was wondering if any of you would mind bumming me a cigarette. These bitches look at left and right at each other, stop talking, don't say anything to me, look around like this, and then they look at me and they go, not like, sorry, we're out, or oh, don't have any, not even just not a word. I couldn't believe it. I was so disgusted. I don't know if the etiquette has changed. I feel like as a person who has been smoking socially and even more frequently than that for quite some time, you always bum. You always give them out. You give them to homeless people, you give them to girls at the bar, you give them to just any, within reason. It's a dirty habit. And you don't need all of those cigarettes. It's something fun we do together. That's how you meet people. So yeah, fuck you, bitches.
But did you notice how the group that she found smoking cigarettes, they all happen to be in their early 20s, which would make them Gen Z. Now, this is the thing with cigarettes that I've always disliked. I've never really partook too much in cigarettes. I had an odd cigarette here and there in my early 20s when we go out to a bar because my other friends were all smoking. But I think the main reason why people pick up a habit like smoking ultimately is to look a little bit cool. At least that's what this next individual is talking about, and that's why he thinks it's ultimately kind of cringy to smoke cigarettes. Now, it could be just, counterculture to smoke if you're Gen Z, because the last generation kind of went through a habit of getting rid of it, trying to move away from that as a society, and they're picking that habit back up.
Okay, I don't know exactly how to articulate this as clearly as I want to, but if you are under the age of 40, if you're Gen Z, if you're millennial, if you're Gen Alpha, and you smoke a cigarette constantly, regularly, habitually, I judge the hell out of you. And not because you have a nicotine addiction, whatever so many people do. The reason that I judge you for smoking cigarettes if you're under the age of 40 is because it's so performative. You are so corny. It's so corny. Like, you did not earnestly pick up that cigarette like because it was the best option for like getting like a little nicotine high. Like, nobody was smoking a cigarette because who's under 40, nobody's smoking those cigarettes because like that's what they needed in that moment. They are smoking that cigarette because they thought, hell yeah, I would look so badass if I smoked this cigarette. And you don't. You look like you're being fucking performative because you're smoking your goddamn cigarette. Like, you are so lame to me. Like, it's so fake. You're so fake. Like, oh my God, you're so ingenuine. Just smoke a fucking vape. I would judge you less if you vape than if you smoke a cigarette, because at least a vape is like a genuine like nicotine thing, and you didn't do it because you wanted to smoke a cigarette.
That is actually kind of true. No one picks up a vape because they want to be cool, because let's be honest, vaping does not look cool. It doesn't look cool in the slightest, but cigarettes, because of culture, especially with films and music videos back in the day, it was kind of culturally cool to smoke cigarettes, and a lot of Gen Zs are into vintage stuff as well, so they are constantly going back to the past because we have access to the internet now and access to a whole variety of culture that they can watch on a backlog, and ultimately they probably think it's cool, or it's just the way to just say screw you to older generations.
White fraternity for Halloween weekend, and the people there were smoking cigarettes, and I was flabbergasted. Like, y'all are my age. I know y'all saw the same commercials at nighttime that I did. With the girl, her teeth falling out at the gas station. Like, those were horrifying. Like, I used to hold my breath like shit. I was so dramatic whenever I walked by someone else smoking. I'd be like, oh! Like, I don't even know what you could pay me to smoke a cigarette. Like, I think I would drop dead on the spot. Like, the cancer immediately takes me. Lungs, heart, everything black. This is how you know stigma, like, really works. I'm pretty sure, like, vapes are, like, worse for you than smoking. I mean, I don't vape either, but, like, that scares me less than a cigarette. Cigarette, that's something serious. Like, if you smoke... You bold.
I don't think it's necessarily confined to white people, but just Gen Zs in general. There is a lot more of them smoking, and maybe it's something that was more, came out of the pandemic, but maybe not. I don't know.
Gen Z was so close to beating nicotine addiction. Like, I remember there was a time in high school where vaping was like super lame. Oh, vaping's actually still lame. That's not what I'm talking about. Like, every high school had that group of like 4 or 5 kids that had their giant box mods with the fucking nozzle on it, and nobody was smoking cigarettes, I'll tell you that much. But vaping was like seen as like a thing that nobody really did. And then when Juul came out, it made vapes look like flash drives. Our entire generation folded instantly. It was like in the span of 2 to 3 months, vaping was cool and everybody was doing it. We were this close to beating big tobacco.
I don't know if I would say that vaping is cool. Now, maybe Gen Z also feel that way. That's why cigarette smoking is now more popular than vaping among Gen Z. But you leave your thoughts about it down below in the comment section, guys. Have you also noticed that there's a lot of Gen Z out there smoking cigarettes? It's just wild to see. We almost beat it as a society, but now we're back to smoking. Anyways, leave your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.